kind humans. Good morning if you are on the West Coast. Good afternoon. It's the afternoon on the East Coast, right? I think it's
Yes,
12 o'clock.
it's
Good
12 o'clock.
afternoon. Good afternoon if you are on the East Coast. We're here to go over Love After Lockup. This season 7, episode 13. It was titled Dating a Stranger. I don't encourage anyone to date a stranger, but it is the episode. But we have other fabulous Black YouTube content creators who are here with us. We have James from Watch Your Mouth Reviews.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. We have Tamika's Den, who is here from Tamika's Den. And then, she
Hey,
unmuted.
hey, hey.
Good morning or good afternoon. And then we have Kiwan JTV from Kiwan JTV.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. I appreciate y'all all for joining. It keeps me accountable so that I don't just go on a rant talking about these people meanly. Because I have done that before, which is why I stopped covering the show and then came back to it. But how did y'all feel about this episode before we go any further?
Very problematic, as this show tends to be. Very scary for some of these people because the thought process of a lot of them is questionable as they are full-fledged and adults. And then foolishness. Hi, Bonita, Moo, and Goddess.
That's true. Listen, Bonita, leave Bonita alone. Justice for Bonita. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just think they need therapy. Like how are we here? I think they have this arrested development thing, especially Dia. And y'all so annoyed. I was
I'm
really
waiting.
annoyed.
Yeah, I'm waiting for. I almost said your government name, Mrs. Best, to go to American Born's last comment. I know good and goddamn well.
Happy Saturday, AB. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being
I
here.
know good and goddamn well that lady is not pregnant.
Which
Who
lady?
got it?
That's what somebody put in my comments yesterday. Let me see if I can find
Yes.
it. Oh, Lord,
Oh,
have mercy.
Somebody, it was AB who sent it to me. Shout out to you,
Mm, mm,
AB.
mm, 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 mm.
Who's surprised she's pregnant though? I think Tamika, you had said this when I did a review, like one of them gonna end up pregnant.
Yeah. Oh,
here's the
God.
thing: when you have high hopes that people won't fall into traps. Kiwan, you ain't got to look at me like that.
Because you start out well, she was doing his braids first, then he went to jail. You stay and not that, because people come out and they do right. It's not for all people. Girl, you got pregnant you already got kids. You got pregnant, your third baby daddy by a man who wants to be in a menage a three and want to have 10 kids.
But
I'm not really that surprised though, because I'm like, was this a scheme all along? Because the streets was saying for a long time that they all was already in on it together and knew about each other, but then they was like, no, that's not true. And we was talking last week about how we like that they're not arguing on whatever week that was that I was here. I'm sorry, y'all, I'll be losing the time, but we were saying like it's good that they're not arguing on social media like some of the women do, and it seemed like they're keeping it respectful and cute and in their corners.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also given like I seen a clip where we hugging and kissing. I'm like, was we cool like that all along, or did we just get in line for Damon? Which I don't understand how we did that. How we could? I don't understand. Anyway, I'll wait. I'm sorry.
no, don't wait. They're gonna end up being the first couple we discuss. But
Okay.
the pregnancy part, it is confusing. I do agree with Tamika. I think they have been together. I follow all these people on the TikTok. People
Okay.
have been telling me, my little sister's teaching me TikTok. She's monetized on there. Them people have been on TikTok since before this season aired together. They've been in the car, going to parties together, kissing on each other. It'd be Moo driving, Bonita and Goddess be in the back seat like fools. Like, I think they have been doing this and are playing it up for the show. But I'm curious of this part of AB's comment. Moo saying he don't want no kids on a recent Instagram post. When you on TV talking about you want 10 kids and you got 4 already by 4 different women. So now Gigi get married or gets pregnant and you're not the happiest.
Right.
What did you expect to happen if you letting it off in her?
That's all. If all you want to do is let it off and sound off in them, Just say that. Just say that.
it.
Because you
Just
really
say
don't
it.
want 10 kids. You want them to have the kids. You want them to take care of the kids. Like, I mean, he cute for a young YN. For a YN. I'm too old for him. But he kind of cute for a YN, but he ain't that cute to be doing all of this with. He is for a good time, not a long time.
He little boy cute. Like, is little boy cute? This is not grown man.
Absolutely.
We understand life
Mhm.
kind of cute. This is little boy still trying to figure out life
Who
and still
he
trying
is.
to figure out who he is. Meanwhile, sowing his wild oats and getting all these women pregnant and having all these kids in broken homes. This is little boy stuff.
He learned it from his mama. I'm sorry.
And them
That's okay.
crunchy ass waves in her head.
What her no good ass, like something she said in this episode really pissed me off, and I'm just like, oh my god.
The mama
Crunchy ass
irritates me.
waves.
Why you call him Crunchy? Why? Crunchy ass bigger ways.
Crunchy. I know they crunchy. Y'all don't like that lady.
Nobody liked Demon's mom, y'all. Demon's mom does the most. He and Bonita in this episode are together. He called Gigi to pretty much let her know that he is going to be coming home in the morning. I said, sir, I'm a Gemini. I'm very crazy. Like, I'm very mild on here, but I am still just a girl from Oakland. I wish the fuck Anthony Josiah Herbert II would call me talking about he's coming home tomorrow morning and you're in town. If you're in the same city that you live in, you're coming home to our house. You're not coming home tomorrow morning. I don't care if you're at your mama house. Shout out Kathy. I don't care if you're at your daddy house. Shout out Tony Herbert. But you are coming home to this house that we pay for. So I was surprised that Gigi was so calm and kind of accepted that. She asked him to FaceTime her because Mumu was telling her he's seeing his daughters, which pissed me off because me and Tamika were talking about that when he got out. Why? I believe it was Tamika that brought it up. Your daughter should be like your number one priority. It's strange that you went and
exactly
you ran to the pussy before you ran to your kids. She was right. Because why did it take so long for you to see the kids? And then in order for you to see your kids, you lied. But I felt like you could have just said to Gigi, I haven't seen my kids yet. I'm going to go see my PO. Then I'm going to go see my kids with my mama. I may not be back tonight. That's all he had to say. Was it just me? Or did anybody else peep that?
Yeah,
we peeped it. Yeah, we see it. Yes, but the way his mind works is that that is the main focus, is to get in with these women and then see the kids next. That's how a lot of their focus is. That's why we see a lot of kids at grandmama and them house a lot of the time when it's the father's turn to have them. There is no priority of the kids until all the other things of his needs are met. It don't make sense. It didn't make sense when I said it, but that's what it is.
I don't like Momo. I don't like
absolutely. And I feel bad for those kids. The way that little girl started crying when she saw him. And then it's the typical thing, because if anybody did to my daughters what I'm out here doing to women, I wouldn't like that.
But you're still doing it.
But you're still doing it, and then you're not showing them any different.
Right.
It's not, you're not hiding it from them. You're not shielding them from it. You're not saying that, okay, I don't even want y'all to think about it. What do y'all want to be when y'all grow up? What do y'all want to do? Like, want the best for them. I'm sure he does in logic, because what parent would want their child to be the best? But to say that, I hate when men say that. Meanwhile, you're demonstrating the example. I hate when men do that, because it's like, well, then you need to be better in order for them to know better, because you're raising them.
He's not raising them, James.
The moms are raising.
But I'm saying, I get what you get.
He ain't raised. This nigga ain't raised a P. He's not raising nothing. I can't stand Moo. He is a cute boy, but he's not. I guess the men in Baltimore, maybe they don't have a lot of men out there. I don't know what's going on in Baltimore, but he tries to. What's her face? Gigi wants to FaceTime him as a way to like catch him in the lie. If you have to FaceTime your man and he doesn't FaceTime you, you've already caught him in the lie. Listen to your gut, ladies. I never understand why they ignore it, but he does go to see his kids. His mama came over with them shiny ass. It looks like she put a quick weave in her head with some cheap hair. It's given Milky Way 2006. I think the brand was called. I can't remember. It was these cheap little packs of weave that you used to be able to buy from the beauty supply. It came with a closure and everything. because I was looking at the top of her head and I said, I think this lady has a quick weave in her hair. I really believe she does. And I don't think that his mom is wearing like full, it's given synthetic blend. Stop laughing at me, Erica. It's giving synthetic blend. I'm sorry. I got a good look at that lady's weave today. And I was looking at it like, this is a mess. But his mom helped him coordinate his shenanigans from hell. They go into Bonita's house. Bonita got all the kids that's supposed to be coming by and all of these good things. But before he could get to Bonita, they give a little scene with the mama, and I think that's her husband. Now, the husband has some sense. And I now see that Muumu's mom is the problem because the husband said, you know, it's good he back, but you feel me? He got to man up. He got to man up and stop lying to these girls because every lie you tell as a man is going to come back to you. Then you're going to have to make up for that lie. And the mom kind of looked at her husband like he was crazy and like, yeah, well, we wish them the best.
That's why them waves are just as raggedy as her, because she go along and she upholds him in his negative behavior, and that's not okay. And I really think that instead of him being focused on Gucci or whatever, he really needs to be focused on getting his life back on track, not his sexual life, but his actual life, so you can show up better. If you want to show up better like you say you do, then do that. But he's talking about, I need my queens and my kings, and you want to be Hotep. And I'm sorry, it's just a mess.
Mumu is something trifling.
Very.
He ain't talked about a job once. Okay, all of these people who got out of jail really ain't shit questionable. But you got the girl who said the demon, Kirsten, her man was stressed out. And he's already talking about maintaining his sobriety. He's focused on the right things. You got all these people who are out. Michael, he's doing good things. Like, even if they're not doing something, we hear them at least talk about it. Mumu ain't spoke about finding a job. He ain't spoke about finding an income because he has his income in these hoes. He has his income in these hoes already. Not they gonna have short people.
Well, at least we can say Mumu ain't no Methodist. At least that.
Jonah, you know what? I'm watching The Polygamist because of Kiwan JTV and Shayna_MCD. Shout out to all our cancers. Shayna just had a birthday. I'm gonna just say this: The Polygamist is stressing me out. We will be on the internet, me and Kiwan and whoever else wants to join, not to do a review, but just to rant. Because I'm so triggered watching the show. I ain't even going through shit, but I'm triggered.
Yeah, that was a lot with that Polygamist. I'm gonna tell you that. It really was.
I'm scared.
Every time you thought it couldn't get worse, it did.
Is it a series? What is it? Is it a series? What is it?
It was based off of a book, and shout out to the writer. I can't think of her name right now, but she actually was trying to get it published. Nobody wanted to publish it. She ended up self-publishing, and it hit, and she got a Netflix deal. So she did it. She did it the right way. But
okay, so it's scripted. Okay. I'm thinking this some real shit. And
no, it's not real. It's not based off real life. But you probably will know a couple people that's been in some of these situations.
Unfortunately, the wigs might stress you out too.
Well, here's the thing. Tyler Perry gave me good practice, so I'm prepared for the set.
It kind of does give a little like Beauty and Black energy. That's what keeps me active. Just a little bit.
It makes Tyler Perry look child play.
Okay.
It do. Everything you thought that a woman could do to make us look stupid, that Tyler Perry showed. The Polygamist came and was like, nah, motherfucker, watch this. What's poppin', JB? Good morning to you. I hope you had a good week. JB also covers this show. He also covers Beyond the Gates, since we're talking about dramatic shows. Beyond the Gates be dramatic too. Just better wigs, better active. But he covers that. Tap in. His mama is a ride or die. Finger waves need to die.
His mama trifling.
She is. Like, I don't get how you as a mother are helping your son do this to women. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I ain't got it in me to do that. I'm sorry. If that's what a ride die is, I'm absolutely not. And the fact that even the stepfather was like, his lies is gonna catch up to him.
Mhm.
But y'all helping the lie. I guess like he really do be speaking truth. I know he was speaking truth the last time when they stopped by her house, and she always giving him that look. Okay. And I guess he say, I gotta do what I gotta do because I'm still trying to stay here with her. But you can clearly see he don't agree with it. But I wish he would really have a conversation with Damon, even though he probably ain't gonna pay him no attention, but just like a man to man conversation that this ain't it. Like somebody need to be telling him this ain't it, and clearly it ain't mama. Mama just like whatever you want.
It ain't mama. It ain't the cousin that, you know, in his Oldsmobile. It ain't him either.
Right.
Like all these people that enable his behavior, like they don't. That's why he don't go to the stepfather. Like I can see that he's not gonna listen. He's not gonna go to him because he don't want to be corrected. He likes how he living. He likes playing these women.
Got that Oldsmobile Alero still running real good all over town. He had that thing running. I want to know.
He bought them gold. He bought them golden spark plugs.
And the cousin had me cracking up too. How he was like, I don't know. Ask him. Nope, he ain't with me. Bye. Click. I was like, damn.
Now to piggyback off of Tamika about that mama, I feel like a lot of these mamas and everybody mama like not like this. She go along with it so she can be cool with the girls, so her son won't have to burden her and live with her. So I'm go along with it so I can push him to go live with these.
I don't think that's it. I think that's what his dad did to her, and she just repeating the cycle. I don't think that that's anything she's trying to push him off on because he don't live with neither one of them. So I just feel like
you live with the mom.
That's where he's supposed to be.
That's where he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
yeah he's not. Yeah, so that's why I said I don't believe that she's trying to push him off on that. I think that this is just something she saw in his father and sees in him. And instead of correcting that behavior and saying, no, you're not going to do this because your daddy put me through this. I'm not going to help. I'm not going to, support this. She's just going along and just handicapping it. And it's like, man. Crazy. It's crazy that you will let a cycle repeat itself. If that's what his father did. I don't know. They never showed his father. But 9 times out of 10, the fact that she would just go along with it, because my mom wouldn't go, it doesn't make sense to my mom, and she's not doing it. Even if it's something she saw as a kid, my mom's not going to go with something that doesn't make sense. This does not make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Weird.
I have brothers. My little brother got into an argument with his girlfriend and got in her face. Because they was arguing, he got right back in her face. My mama must have slapped the hell out of my little brother and pulled out a dreadlock. I swear to God. You don't talk to women like that. What's wrong with you? I'm about to fuck you up, East St. Louis style. I said, oh, Lord, calm down, lady. Leave him alone. He didn't hit nobody. Calm down. But most moms would not stand for their sons just being trash. But what can we do? What can we do? The Polygamist is the #1 show. Hi, Vibe. Vibe says he's a full house today. Grateful for every moment. Hope we have an amazing day. I hope you have a good day too.
You too.
I love that. Full house. I love it. I love it. What's going on, Miss Courtney? The link to her candles should be in the description of this video. Tap in, buy a candle. They are affordable. Support a Black-owned business.
Period.
Based off a true story a woman wrote back in 2013. Oh, Lord. A work of fiction. You just a year off, AB. It's okay. So nothing really happened with Goddess Gigi and Mumu this episode. However, what does happen is after he sees his kids, Bonita, I want to know what she was cooking in that skillet because it looked like greens with the ham hock or the turkey neck, but it was in a skillet, and that made my teeth itch because it shouldn't have been in a skillet. It should have been in a pot, but
maybe she was stir frying them. People doing that too these days.
And then she using the Goya seasoning. Black people, do better. Do y'all understand? We're not supposed to be buying Goya products, y'all, but I get it. Buy what's available to you. But we really, if we can't avoid it, we should avoid it. But Bonita was cooking a little meal, and they go upstairs. She said, the way she talked cracked me up. She just says everything in like the smallest sentence. Me and we went a couple rounds. I'm like, okay, y'all went a couple rounds because poor Gigi got the fresh out of jail dick that can't last. I'm sorry if anybody watching has children around. I'm sorry. But Gigi got the 30-second special, the Minuteman special. He went over to Bonita, prepped and ready. Okay, and poor Gigi is waiting on him. She done cooked a meal that actually looked really good. She had the shrimp and the steak and the broccoli and all of that. But he's not he's not coming home. The next morning, after sleeping with Bonita, he snuck out of the house with the rental car that his parents got for her. Because we don't know if he got a license. He just got out of jail after 3 years. And she's mad because he's now doing to her what he was doing to Gigi, which is not answering the phone, not texting him back, just on some straight bull crap. So he runs off to urgent care because suddenly he's got tooth pain. Suddenly he has tooth pain. And he goes to urgent care with the car. He calls Gigi up and tells her, I'm in urgent care. I'm in pain. I need you to come get me. She said, I ain't coming to get you, and sent the Uber for him. He left the car at the urgent care, got his CVS prescription, got in the car, went back to Gigi, has not contacted Bonita. And I'm just thinking the whole time, because I'm a weirdo, y'all, why is the fucking car parked there and they go? Now, I am from the Bay Area. I don't know if anybody has seen the movie Boosters. It is based in the Bay for a reason. We call it bipping out here, but it is a thing. You will get boosted, you will get bipped, and it'll be right out of your car. So Mrs. Best was stressed out, like they just left the car unattended away from them. You can't do that. But he gets to Gigi house. They walking a big ass dog. Dog was big as hell, but they walking the dogs, walking around. She's trying to act mad, but she's still kind of letting him like touch her and all of that. Like, if I'm mad, just don't even try to touch me. Stay the fuck away from me. I might bite your finger off. But Bonita cracked me up because Bonita said he's trying to immobilize me by taking the car so I can't go nowhere to catch what he's doing. She clearly knows what she's dealing with. He also made it clear throughout the episode that Bonita and one of his other baby mamas was pregnant at the same time. And Bonita was the one that chose to stay with him. So I'm like, do you actually love Bonita Mumu, or are you just with her because she chose to accept your bullshit? Because this bitch did make us laugh though when she said, I will get on the green scooter and scoop my ass around the city to go find him. Bonita says she gonna rent a scooter for $17 and scoot around and she finna catch him. That's really all we see. It's looking like next week she might catch Gigi and him outside. I don't know anything about the East Coast, y'all. I've been to New York. That's as deep as it gets for me in the East Coast. I'm assuming maybe Baltimore is not the biggest city if she can get in her car and just scoot around. But how do y'all feel about her wanting to scoot and get to the bottom of things? Because the clip next week shows a clip of her kissing Gigi. Wait, what?
Based on the infrastructure of their homes, they look like they live around the corner from each other.
Mm.
That's what it gives to me. I'm sorry. I was just looking at, the infrastructure of homes, the build. I know there's a lot of those structure homes in Baltimore. I have been to Baltimore, so I have seen that before. But it gives that they live, if not right around the corner, at least 2 or 3 blocks from each other. I think they know exactly who each other are. And I don't think that they have the connection that they share in the same man yet. I think that's where they are. But I think she does know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Gigi knows about Bonita, though.
Yeah, I don't think Gigi knows about Bonita, but I definitely think Bonita knows about Gigi. She just may not know who she is. Yeah, Kiwan, how do you feel about the they stressing Kiwan out? Look at her face, y'all.
I don't know because it just I don't know. I don't have time to process those 3. I think in real time they're okay with it. So that's why I don't give them much grief, kind of like the rest of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never have it in for them except for that mama and them crunchy ass weight, them waves. And sometimes Mumu, but I will say this the only gripe I have with them 3, except for him getting himself together. But Bonita being completely honest about his things that she had to sell. I know they didn't talk about it much, but that's the only thing. You did what you needed to do, and I feel like you just need to tell him. If he get mad, it is what it is. Other than that, I really don't have no problem with it. I actually like them 3.
Maybe they are entertaining.
Yeah.
to say the least. Without like making us too angry, they do entertain us. I will give them that.
I don't get annoyed with them. I really don't. It's the other ones.
It's not the others. Tamika, how did you feel about Gigi and Mumu? Or if I left anything out that you wanted to discuss? Because I'll be doing that.
I'm kind of where Kiwan is at with it with them. I don't see it for him. I really don't. Like, to me, it's like you taking on another kid.
Damn.
Another mouth to feed, another person to take care of. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was young, that just was not my thing, you know.
You had sense. And you
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. And it definitely wouldn't be my thing now. And he looks like another kid. He acts like another kid and looks like one on top of that. So, yeah, no.
I just want him to get a haircut or do something to it. It's driving me crazy. This ponytail he got right at the back, at the top of his head.
Yes.
One row piece of hair. Like, they jumping on him fresh out of jail. If y'all smell somebody when they get out of jail, I don't care what jail you in, they don't come out smelling right. And the fact that they just willing to hop on it is community peen, and everybody got to check their pH. Moving on to another person that I know is going to irritate everybody here, Dia.
Who? This hoe.
I got to sign off. I'm signing off.
I'm a mute.
Because I'm about to disrespect the fuck out of her. So let me go ahead.
Came on the internet. I think it was AB or Shani. Shout out to Shani. I don't know where she's at. Somebody sent it to me. Dia says that she got with her man because people have been getting at her about the overlap of her marriage and stuff. She says her ex-husband was her middle school sweetheart, and that's how she got with him. Now, people also asked her questions about why the kids is in a garage or a shack, and she didn't answer those questions. She said another video will be coming soon. Whenever that video comes soon, you might see a short from Mrs. Best cursing this lady out. I just don't understand. It feels like sometimes the prettiest girls are the dumbest, and I want that to change. I want that to change so bad. But Dia and Cyrus are on the way to the parole office with his braids, his fucked up hairline, and his missing tooth. I want to say that after looking at his tooth, I realized that even if he had his tooth, homeboy grill is just fucked up. The grill is just fucked up as a whole. His teeth, like, y'all ever seen when people put the wheels on the little cars, the bigger wheels, and it make it look like the wheels kind of like fanning out? That's what his teeth structure looked like. I'm gonna be nice, okay? Because she holding up something. I don't want to get canceled, y'all. I'm just sharing my opinion. But I've never looked at someone missing a tooth and said, damn, even if the tooth was there, it wouldn't have helped you, baby. It would not have helped you. And I don't understand what she sees in this man. Talking about he's so beautiful. Now I can put a body to the person and the voice. The body is missing parts.
He a Methodist. What'd you expect?
I was going to say the exact same thing. Like, when you in addiction, you know, that messes up the insides, including teeth and all. You don't see what she sees in him. How old is she again?
She's my age.
She's stuck at 19 when she had the first baby. She's stuck there. Her mindset is stuck there. Whenever that first baby was born, I think she was 17, not 19. She's still stuck at that age.
Even at 19, he's not cute.
But she still have arrested development.
Right. And sometimes when you have that, your quality of what you see in somebody just may not be when you in your 30s. Mm-hmm. Like my attraction, well, I was with women then, but my attraction has changed drastically from 20 to 30. So I can imagine if I was still stuck at 19, that I probably would be with somebody that today I would find attractive. I probably wouldn't be.
I don't know about all of that. Listen, I don't like my exes, but they handsome. I'll give them hoes that. Well,
you don't count because you've always been mature since I've known you. So
I'm just saying, Dia, and the situation with Dia is similar for me because I've been with somebody since high school, And the people I was with before I got with the person I'm with now didn't look like that. I've also seen people on drugs that put their tooth back in their mouth. They get a case managed social worker. That's what I do for a living in my day job. They get somebody like me assigned. I was just at 850 Bryan helping a client get out of jail. That's the local jail in San Francisco. Okay. There should be a case manager there saying, let's include dental assistant and support in your care plan. You're missing a tooth. I do that for every client I have that's missing a tooth. I find them a partial, baby, a bridge. I find a way to get Medi-Cal to cover them an implant. Please fix this tooth because it's going to be real hard for me to be here and be an adult professional if I see this empty hole in his mouth that look like it's a space for 3 teeth, but it's meant for 1. That's going to really stress me out. My husband kept saying he thinks somebody knocked that tooth out in the jail.
I can believe that though.
He said he probably
I'm with your husband with that. I was thinking the same thing, to be honest. That's who his mouth distracts me so much every time they show him. I was like, I can't. I'll be so distracted. I'm
Mr.
so annoyed with
at
Tamika. I can't.
Yeah. And he smiles very hard.
Yes.
And I'm like, y'all know I got my gap, but he was cheesed up last week, and I was like,
first off, a gap is not the same thing as missing a tooth. Let's stop that.
Remember, Tyra was giving the girls on top model gaps.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she was.
Okay,
yes. Child, you are fine. Listen, in the 90s, you wouldn't have kept the men off of you with that gap. I tell you, they loved it back in the 90s.
Gap is not a missing space. He has
yes.
a missing space.
He has to yes.
He cannot whistle.
It's like it's right here. It's a hole right here. And I was like, it's a telltale sign. I had an ex like that. I was like, why don't he smile on his pictures? And when I saw him, I was like, oh. And he was a Taurus. That was the Taurus.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God. Kiwa said he was a Taurus. I could not. And
on top of that, he got 10 different sizes of cornrows in his hair. I don't know what's going on.
That's why you don't let everybody play in your hair. It's probably the same person who braided his hair was the same person that knocked out that tooth.
And did. Believe it. And it was big too. Do we call that misappropriating or what do they call it?
Yeah, and no, 9 out of 10. Whoever did that hair was black and was trying to get with him, and then he wasn't with it, and that man knocked that tooth out. Probably, I'm just playing. Allegedly.
We need to put Tamika in the corner because I am still hollering. She said he got different sizes of cornrows.
He do.
My God.
She didn't lie. He does. And it was
like when you let your 9-year-old niece who's just learning the braid practice on your head, and she gets it done.
Child, let me tell you,
one small one, a feed in, a regular.
My aunties wasn't that nice. As soon as she did that shit, they said, "Then take this shit right out my head." Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes, especially if it didn't look right. My aunties wasn't nice. Take this shit out of my head now. You
don't get the super cuts and get your hair cut. Get out of our face.
Not get out of our face. The dick must be hard to come by where she lives. She's in Colorado. I thought that Colorado had like
lumberjacks and
a good amount of people. Yeah. I've seen some very attractive melanin redacted gentlemen.
Well, she is quite a ways from Denver. I think maybe because I've heard that too. I think they're in Denver. I don't think they in Willacoochee where she is. So,
Willacoochee
is crazy. He probably has back acne and dingleberries. That's nice of you to help the missus. I get paid too. Shit, I ain't that nice.
My God.
No, I do enjoy helping people. It helped the day go by faster at work, honestly, instead of retail. Retail, I was almost assaulting people. This is better. And those big horse teeth. His teeth were really big and wide. They were big and wide and big and tall. Hi, Joseph. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi.
Whose teeth were big and tall?
Huh?
Whose teeth was big and tall?
Cyrus. His teeth is big and wide.
All I can see was the hole. I can't see nothing else. I'm gonna pay attention next time.
said you could drive through a truck through his tooth hole, which is kind of true. You could play a game of kickball with his teeth as the goal. You know what?
Where my chairs there?
Y'all
not lying.
Joseph, you just got here, and she already finding a chair for the quarter. I can't. You just got here, but that was funny as hell. Funny as hell. You could play a game of kickball, and the tooth is the goal. You know what? I'm trying to behave, y'all. It makes it difficult. They go to the parole office, and he is supposed to parole to his mother, who he called, who sounds very nice. He wants to parole. Well, Dia wants him to parole to her house with her young children. This man, the second inmate that she would have in her house with her young children, she wants him to come with her, but he has to go to his mom. I do understand, though, even though I don't like Dia, I do understand why she has concerns about him going back to his mom's house, because environment is a thing. If that's the environment and where he stayed when he was getting in trouble, then going back there might make it to where he gets right back into the same shit. But I also feel like he could get in trouble with Dia, because at his mama's house, yes, it may be what he knows, but I feel like Dia will drive him to do something. She just seemed like she'll give you a headache in a way that could put you in jail. But she gets upset at the parole office, comes out, and been waiting for so long. Shout out to Dia's friend. You doing God's work listening to her. But she was in tears and all of this, and then he walks up, and her friend ain't shit, because Dia was miserable, and her friend's like, they probably gonna put an anchor monitor on him too.
Oh, child.
I'm laughing to tears. I gotta learn. Oh my God. Well, I was like, you know what? While I'm an honest friend, I would at least find a way to like lay it down on my friend a little nicer. Like,
no.
You probably got a monitor on.
Absolutely not. Dia, the kind of friends you got to be brutally honest with, because she don't go all the way to the top in that brain of hers. Mm-hmm. And something you said, Mrs. Best, about, you feel like she's crying because he may fall into addiction. That girl was a bit more crying about that shit. She was crying because he couldn't come to her house for her to have full access to him.
No, I'm saying he would probably end up more addicted with her, but I know she was crying over the jail.
She was 100% crying. That's why I was listening. I'm listening to you like, girl, damn well
that in jail. Like, he has a PO. He has somebody he has to answer to. Like,
and you would think.
Kristen irritated me last week because I feel like she's similar to Dia. Kristen was I can't be late. They'll send me back to jail. Well, if you're late, they're gonna have to answer to me. Who the fuck is you, ho?
Right.
You're gonna be up in there with him. You keep on. Shit.
That's entitlement.
Okay. This is my thing about the whole Dia situation, because she has said also in that same scene how she really don't allow a lot of men around her kids. I didn't believe that. I'm sorry. And that she realistically understands how this looks, but she wants people to understand this is not what it is. She really does love Cyrus and wants them to be together. And I'm just looking at Dia like, well, do you love yourself?
Right.
Because I'm trying to understand how you've already went through this. Why are you crying? Why are you so surprised?
Right.
You've already went through this.
It's the fact that
that's the part. I'm sorry.
Her house. It's not even where he being paroled at. It's her. She's being inconvenienced. The plan that she had has been inconvenienced, and now she's pissed off about it. I just feel like you don't know him like that, and to have him over your kids. As a mom, I've never done I've done it one. Let me not lie. I've done it one time, but never no more. I apologized and made it right. Nothing happened, but I just couldn't see that. And not only that, her daughter like 17 or 18, the oldest one.
Mm-hmm, the oldest one, yeah.
Your daughter, because you are stuck as a teenager, a horny teenager at that, with 3 kids, your daughter has to fill in as the adult. She has to fill in as the mother. And so is your mom. Your mom is the other sane adult. She annoys me to no end. And you're sitting there again like a child crying because you cannot have your way. It wasn't even about him. It was that your plans fell through. Just like when he told you the brother or cousin or whatever was coming to the cabin with y'all. What did you do? You cried because it disturbed your plans. She pisses me off. You need to grow the hell up. And I get so annoyed with pick-me's like her, y'all. I'm so annoyed with her to know I don't like her.
Well said, I do not like this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
my blood boils with the. I'm trying to sit here and not have my chest get tight right now.
Yeah,
I'm really scared for her kids. Like, and I can't do these women that come on Love After Lockup with their kids. I go in on them every time, but I think she has literally shot up to the top of one of the worst because she definitely does have the Arrested Development, and she needs to go see a psychiatrist, a therapist. That's what she needs. She don't need to be on a show. She don't need a man. She needs to really get into therapy. And let me just preface and get the disclaimer, because I always do, even when I do my self-care studies. I'm not a therapist. I can't diagnose her, but she need to get over there so that they can. I did work in I worked in nursing for over 20 years. I worked in the psych ward, and I worked with mentally challenged children, all of that. Something ain't right here. It's more than just the Arrested Development part. And the fact that she, like James mentioned, she stood there like, oh, because I don't bring any and everybody around my kids. You a damn liar, miss, because you wanted to bring in somebody that just came out of jail that's addicted to daggone drugs. And this is the second one right behind the other one that you just brought in. So you
was also the same cellmate.
Exactly.
Like,
what are we talking about here? And I'm like, girl, when you threw that wine glass, you told me everything that I needed to know.
Yeah.
And I said, God bless the daggone parole officer. God was looking out for them babies because he did not need to go to her damn house. Absolutely not. The fact she was out there crying and carrying on, I said, girl, somebody, what they say, God look out for fools and babies. Definitely came through and looked out for them kids, because that was going to piss me off even more if he went to the house.
Especially when her mom and some of the older daughter, I believe, were expressing like concern about him coming to the house, and she's just like, "Well, yep, whatever. Let's put the kids in the garage, and I'm gonna do what I do."
And then her telling her daughter like, "Oh, well, we're about to get in the hot tub." Like, I'll be wanting to kick that lady teeth in every time they put her up on the screen. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. She pisses me off.
She puts her needs ahead of everybody else's. She don't take the time to consider how does everybody else feel. Again, if it's not about her, then it really doesn't matter. And she tried to lose. I really believe she operate on the pretty privilege, and I could be wrong, y'all, or dumbing herself, because I do think she's an airhead, and I think she used that airhead, that play on that airhead thing to her advantage as well when it comes to a man. Like, I don't know who did something to her as a young woman. I don't know. Again, I only took some classes. Okay, I'm just trying to. But what I'm saying is she has a lot going on, and she cannot see past herself. And I don't hate this woman. I just dislike what I see, and it hurts my feelings to see it. That's why when the daughter literally was crying in her confessional, I had to pause in my review because that hurt my feelings, y'all, to see that. That's a lot for this girl as an 18-year-old to feel like I have to mother my mom.
Yeah.
But once again, mentally, her daughter and herself are the same age mentally. That's what I'm saying. She hasn't taken the time because she's too busy trying to chase after these men instead of chasing after herself. And that's why we all have the issues. Like, we could see it clear as day in her behavior and her movements. We can all see what she's doing. The problem is she doesn't see a problem with it because all the end goal focuses her is having a man.
She probably, because she's been with the same person for so long, she probably doesn't know who she is as a woman without her man. Like, I've been with my man for a minute, but at one point, I remember around like 25 to 27, we went through a little separation. It was primarily because I needed to figure out who the fuck I was. If you're with somebody from 15 and then you get to 25, you have to figure it out. You also have to understand the value in therapy. Like, there's a lot of teen moms out there. There are a lot of people who have kids too early and they still come out fine. They have sometimes a little harder road, but they still come out fine. They still make their children a priority. I think Tamika is right. Something is wrong with that lady. And when somebody who has worked in psych wards or as a nurse, because nurses see everything, that's what people forget. The mental health people, I really just see people who need mental health assistance and things like that. But nurses and then people in hospitals wards, they see everybody. So there's something probably very wrong with Dia. There's something wrong. And I was with Tamika because I think, Tamika, you were here when we did the review when we first met her. That glass.
Yeah.
When she threw that glass down, even my cat looked at the TV like,
yeah.
I said, something's wrong with Dia. But you know what? I want Love After Lockup to stop doing this because I talked about this with Tamika also in a review. Since season 1, they've done this. And I think for women, especially women who are mothers, it's got to be hella difficult to watch because we really do have that nurturing spirit. So when you see somebody not able to be a kid or with a mother that's not listening, and it's just one of them things where I'm like, I want to know more about Dia and her mom because her mom had to do something to make her this way.
Yeah, and then you see that clip where she's saying, like, if I have to choose a man over my parent, you know, talking about her mother, then I guess I'll do, like, girl. So I don't know what the relationship is there with her and her mother or what happened with her dad or any of that, but babe, I know that her mother sees that maybe she didn't speak up enough or do something right, and it feels like she's trying to do it now. You know, I guess it's just too late, but I'm not mad at her for trying and for telling her the truth. It seems like she gets really mad, too, when you're telling her the truth. She don't want to hear it. She want to walk away and just stay in La La Land. So
she better be careful before she end up like Krishan Rock. People like, where's CPS?
And I'm hearing that in real time. Cyrus is locked back up, so
yes, he is.
Yeah.
Now I
hope she don't go plot another one.
She will. Do y'all feel like Dia somehow punishes her mom for whatever? We don't know the backstory, but do y'all feel like she has some anger towards her mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do y'all? Yes. And I guess the way she operates, she try to show up as I'm happy and I'm bubbly. But her throwing that glass down was everything. And then when she said she had that alter ego, whatever the name she had, I think it was last week or something.
Oh, yeah, Coco.
Coco. Yeah, it's like, no, that's you. You're trying to make it seem like you're just up front this nice. Yeah.
If you not Beyonce and your alter ego ain't Sasha Force, okay, or Fierce, whatever the fuck it is, don't come at me about that shit. Because to me, it's giving schizoaffective disorder. That's where my brain goes.
Right.
Talking about you have an alter ego named, what was it, Coco?
Yeah, it was Coco, which to me was very questionable. Because your name is Dia. Where the fuck you get Coco from? Yes. Where did you get
alter ego got an attitude? You want to call your alter ego Coco, but Coco might be the one to diagnose you and commit you. She needs help. Dia needs help. American Poor says she forcing her rugrats on these men.
I didn't like that either. He was like, "Hey, babies," and I'm like, "The fuck?"
He's only 25 and he don't have no kids. This is a 35-year-old woman. Like, yeah, I don't get it. Like, I'm the same age as Dia. I don't understand why someone my age would want to be with a man, especially that's 25, because y'all know these men they be 45 going on 30. It's just how they are.
The thing about it is
like,
that
did you say he's 25?
Yeah,
he's 25.
Yes, he's 25.
Okay, what is happening?
I'm just okay.
I just feel like my mom would not bring somebody to me until she got to know them fully. Like, I didn't meet my mom's boyfriends until she was probably 6 months to a year with them. Like, it was never like, I didn't even know my mom. My mom has had 2 boyfriends in my span of lifetime. I didn't meet the first one until maybe a year. She was a year in with him. And her second one, I was grown. So that to me wasn't like a situation where I had to be shielded from that. I probably met him maybe 4 months into their relationship, and I didn't really get to know him until she was with him for a year because she decided to move in with him. So I was like, okay, well, there it is. So even as an adult, my mom still operated in a way where she didn't introduce me to someone unless she was really serious with them.
Yeah, that's how I was with my son. Like everybody didn't get to come here. Oh God, that just annoys me. I'll be like, yo, they don't got no houses that y'all could go to. Y'all don't believe in hotels. Nothing. Okay.
Women need to stop letting these men come to their house, because then they end up moving in and they never see their apartment, and then they live off of them and stress
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I do definitely wonder about her and her mom's relationship. I don't know if it's a situation where mom wasn't paying her no attention, or she just didn't want to listen to mom and wanted to be out there, or mom was working. Like, I really am curious about that part, especially, and it happens. I mean, I've had friends that have gotten pregnant as teenagers, but like you said, everybody's different. They did their thing and did what they needed to do for themselves and their kids. Some of them didn't even have their moms. Like a lot of my girlfriends, one of my closest friends that I've been friends with over 30 years, lost her mom as a teenager. But she did her thing, and thank God, and all her kids are doing great now. So it does depend on the person and the situation, but I just feel like, girl, I don't know. She stayed in that marriage and came out and was like, oh, I'm just gonna get out here and get buck wild, and she making all the wrong choices. I guess she's doing everything now that she feel like she didn't get to do then.
Right. It's okay to get out and have your fun, but again, she just needs to have her fun away from the kids. Because my best
the kids,
had her kid young, and she parties a lot. I be complaining to James a lot, like she do too much. But what I will say is, when she does go on party and stuff, her kids be at her mama house or my house, somebody safe, not around just every bed. So I don't know. Dia's a lot. She's definitely a case study. I definitely think she could benefit from like some sort of an involuntary like psychiatric hold, because obviously she need a break and to think things through. Amy said, I don't like women who let men come around their young girls, because things happen, as we know. Especially when you're looking for men in the jail, like son, daughter, or any of that. I don't want to be having to explain to my kids anything about jail with anyone in their life, unless it's fuck around, you're gonna find out and be locked up. Like, I don't know. Put Dia on Beyond Stairs Straight. Maybe that'll help her. 25 times 2. Joseph, please. Watch out for the homosexuals of the world. Courtney.
And the Methodist people.
Oh my God. Shout out to Courtney. I would like to be a fly on the wall in Dia's therapy sessions.
I'm going to say love.
Lord, that is why
I love to sit in on her therapy session. A lot of them.
That's why I changed my major. I went from a clinical counseling program to like, just give me the master's in psych. Because when they have you doing your in-person practice hours and stuff, the stuff people was telling me in those sessions, my facial expressions said, this is not for me. This is not for me. This is not for me. Carrington and Zay. Now, I'm going to say this for everybody once. As someone, unfortunately, who has a lot of family and Negroes that like to go to jail, right? Especially the family in New Orleans. They love to go to jail. I'm going to say this. When somebody gets in trouble in a facility, even if the guards are shady, once that paperwork is drawn up and your disciplinary is recorded, is there. There's nothing you can do to get rid of it. There's nothing you can do. Even if you fight against your disciplinary and are found innocent. My cousin had to do this in Jefferson Parish Jail out in Louisiana somewhere. It's still going to be there. It's just going to say found not guilty. You do not pay $100 per disciplinary for somebody to not get in trouble in jail. If you get written up in jail, you written up in jail, and that's just what that is. Now, Zay has told Carrington that he need $300 because he got in trouble 3 times. Carrington did not ask what you got in trouble for. Now, if somebody called me, shout out to my friend Chop, free him till it's backwards. I love him to death, but he's a criminal, okay? But I'm going to say this. You get in trouble with these disciplinaries, and it's a whole thing, and you got to wait and go through it and wait for court and all of this. Just, if someone gets in trouble, ask why. I don't understand why she would not ask what he got in trouble for, because we learned through the episode when she go to talk to his sister that the disciplinaries for possession, being under the influence, because you're not supposed to be in jail just getting high and stuff. Yes, they do it, but if you get caught, it's problematic. Now, she gave him the 300. Last week, me and James were like, let us hope that she does not give this man this money. Because I said, if she gives the man the money, I'm Iyanla. I'm my auntie Iyanla. I just want to go to the bush and weep. Okay? And I had to go to the bush and weep. I was so mad that she paid this man. I know I shouldn't be so invested. I know the show's probably not all real, but it really grinds my gears when women that work hard. I'm not saying Carrington is the smartest, but she obviously works hard. She has her daughter. Why are you giving away your hard-earned money to somebody who chose the easy route, got cut and got locked, and got locked up? Like, I don't understand why she would give him that much money. Like, nobody in jail, in my opinion, needs money. All you need to send them is them little care packages that come with the noodles, the soup, the toiletries, all of that. Write
and
them a letter.
Dollar General lotion.
And that's it. That's exactly what they give them, Miss Erica. That's exactly what they give them. I don't understand why she did this. She does talk to the sister, Shamerica. Listen, Black people, we are strong. We are capable. We are beautiful. We are the mold, the blueprint that they strive to be. Why we're not even supposed to be in America, okay? And you gonna name that baby Shamerica? How do you look at an infant and say, what you gonna call it? Shamerica. I just cannot. I can't. God bless America, but my God. Like, that's what we naming our kids. But Shamerica is the nicer sister. The other one, I can't remember her name, is not relevant. She needs to twist her dreadlocks, but
the roach.
Roach.
From Men in Black. You know, the little 3 naked roaches. That's a
Kiwan. Not the 3 naked roaches. The sister is telling Carrington what's going on, because Carrington's like, I gave him the money. I want to know if the disciplinaries are gone. Is he gonna come home? Girl, he ain't coming home. He not coming home. He was never coming home. So the sister lets her know, you better make sure you know your man before you send money. And Carrington looked confused, and so Shamerica felt bad and told her, she was like, my brother be on drugs. Girl, he getting high, and that's because you sent him money. I said, don't say it like that to make her feel bad, because Carrington's been trying to make an effort with you raggedy ass bitches for the longest. And woman to woman, you could have kept it a buck. You could have kept it a buck with her and told her the truth. You could have. I don't understand why they didn't, but now they're like, you should know your man and all this extra stuff. So she learns that he's an addict. He's always doing drugs. He's been doing drugs the entire time. Carrington's like, I don't FaceTime him and stuff like that. We have to go through your sister. And Shamerica's like, well, when I do the video chats with him, he looked like he's on drugs. He's down bad right now. If you know your brother's in drugs, why are you playing with him? And then the other white girl, McKenna, apparently McKenna is part of the reason he was in drugs, because they was getting high together. And McKenna do look like the type of bitch that like to go hang out with Black people in the hood so she could feel like she down.
Yep.
And she probably like to get high and sit on Black men dingo dick. I said what I said. Cancel me, not cancel me. But I don't understand why they moved this way. Carrington breaks up with him in the most polite way. I wish you the best, and I hope. Fuck that. You wouldn't have got nothing from me, or it would have been, bitch nigga, I'm calling this motherfucking jail every fucking day to let them know to be up on your ass until I feel like I got $300 back worth of your headache.
Exactly.
It's one of the two. She was so polite. Hi,
no, ma'am.
This is where we end. I did, girl. What did Cardi B say? I don't wish you the best. I'll see you in hell. That's me.
I'm trying to tell you, because that's exactly how I would have been. No, absolutely not. Where the hell my money at? And if you know what, he's inmate number 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, you might want to check under the pillows and under the sheets.
I'm suing you while you in jail.
Right, because there's no way out. First of all, I would have did it. Let's be very, very clear, because that doesn't even make sense to me, even when she explained it. I'm like, and you really fell for that? You even talked to family members before you did it to see what they thought. It's like,
talk to family members. She knew not to do that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You went to your stepdad and talked to him about it, because you knew, regardless of what he thought, you were still going to do it anyway. You didn't really need input. Just, I hate to see such a beautiful lady. She's so beautiful. I hate to see them not use the common sense that clearly she has. She just, in this one moment, and that's what I'm saying. I got to side eye that brother too. I got to side eye that brother because I'm sure that brother knew. I'm sure that brother knew. And that's why I'm saying, y'all, so unfortunate.
Carrington is a mess.
Yes.
How y'all feel about character Q1 and Tamika?
You want to go first, Tamika?
I really don't got much for Carrington because I don't know which parts of this story is real and which parts is not. Like, it's just not making sense for me. From the time she came on here, something just wasn't sitting right with me. I'm half of me feels like you, your brother, and him was like, yo, we could make some quick change from WeTV. We gonna come up here because the sisters just never made sense. Him hooking her up with the guy didn't make sense. She got, other guys on the dating app, which I was never really mad at because I was like, okay, you shouldn't just be sitting here devoting your whole time to somebody that's locked up. So you saying you got your little sugar daddy and this other guy that's calling you, whatever. But then we start saying we getting money from him. We saying he sent us 7,000. I'm like, girl, 7,000 weird. Like, where he get $7,000 from? So the whole thing was you didn't mind sending him the 300 because he did look out for you before, but then the daddy telling you this sound like a scam. I don't know if all of y'all is playing in my face or if you just really was that slow and you got played with you talking about this was going to be your future husband after 2 years. I think she did really get jacked up from her fiance, leaving her or whatever have you. And I don't know, that's in her down the path because she is a beautiful woman. But now all of a sudden his sister want to sit down and have a heart to heart. Not even the sister that was actually supposed to be coming because she said, get the hell up out of my face. But now this one allegedly feels bad for you and tells you the truth. Like, girl, he was on drugs this whole time. You ain't know. And so when we see McKenna, we already knew she was on that stuff. So it's like, oh, well, we want him with McKenna because, one drug addict with another drug addict. I don't know what to believe, honestly. Like, was that it the whole time?
It sounds like the sisters don't give a fuck about their brother. Because if your brother brought up really good points, if your brother is on drugs and he's been struggling with this, why would you want him to get back with the girl who gets high, finds a colored pencil, and just draws lines over her eyebrows?
Right.
Like, why would you do that? And then that's another good point Tamika brought up also about the money. So he has $7,000 to send you, but he didn't have 300 put to the side so that he could pay his own disciplinaries. Like, it didn't occur to you, one, how does he have this much money? Two, what he doing to get the money?
Right.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Yeah. So there's a part of me that feel like, sis could have got that damn Cash App. Is a part of me that feel like him and your brother done split this Cash App. Like, I don't know. What's the truth? Mm-hmm. But I wish her well, and I hope we don't see her on this show again.
I don't want to see her on this show either. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see Zay. I don't want to see them sisters because I already told you something wrong with them sisters. It's just something is wrong.
Sisters, child.
No, because it's given. If I didn't know any better, like if I was just watching this blindly, I would have thought them sisters was baby mamas or girls he used to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's based off of their energy, based off their energy towards him,
Shamerica, they actually were able to show photos of her throughout their upbringing. Mm-hmm. I don't think the other one is his blood sister though. The one with
she may have been the only one that may have actually been a blood sister, but I don't know, child.
So I wrote this stuff down because I do mirror everything y'all said. So my first question was, who the hell is this 67-year-old sugar daddy you talked about last week? That's that. Second, I feel like Carrington likes to dumb herself down. I really believe this is a smart woman. I just feel like when it comes to a man, you like to dumb yourself down. Why? I don't know. I feel like with Zay, you could have really used your better judgment. You act like the dingbat, and that's why I have to call her a bird. Zay, we do find out he was the Methodist. About time that Roach was honest with her. Y'all could have just told this lady all of this instead of just dragging her along and just trying to treat her like shit, like she getting on y'all nerves. That I didn't like. I did not like that. And with you, James, I'm with you because I wouldn't even trust my brother. Like, what's the other reason he went to jail for? Y'all say that's why he's in jail, but he couldn't tell you. Like, as if I mean, my brother would be like, I wouldn't mess. My brother would be like, absolutely hell no, hell no. And I'm with Tamika again. I'm with you and Tamika. How the hell man he managed to get you $7,000? And y'all know McKenna. That's why the little white Methodist, she felt like she was the head Methodist in charge when it came to Zay, because you was the one supplying the met. Girl.
Okay, speak on it.
Right. Because I
like, came in the door like she was that girl, and you're the supplier. I mean, let's be clear. Zay is a jailbird loser. He's nothing. And that's why I just feel like when I look at the Carringtons of the world, I'm like, what? How did you do that? You must have been one of those good girls all of your life that decided, you know what? I'm going to do something reckless as a grown ass adult with a daughter. And I'm going to get with a nigga in jail so he can blow my back out. That's how I just felt about her.
I don't even know if it was that, because once again, her brother was the plug for her to even get in this situation. And that's why I said I challenged the family at this point, because there is no way in hell I'm telling my little sister, oh yeah, I found this guy. He in prison right now. He perfect for you. Yeah, he look good, everything. We know him as this and yeah, and all this. No, I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm. And I'm saying she probably never got in trouble in school. Like, she probably been one of those kids. And then we get older and now we're here. Even though her brother, you know, because everybody can be in the same house and have different experiences. But I just I don't know. I just feel like this girl is too smart for this. And it could have been another, like I think somebody said it earlier, a storyline.
I think it is a storyline, because I think too highly of my sisters to ever tell them, my sister, the best my sister could have did, I said, you better get you a doctor or lawyer. She went up and got an engineer. So I'm just like, okay, see, that's what you...
I think, yeah. I get what y'all are saying, but I don't feel like it's her actual brother who was in jail. I just don't.
You don't think it was her actual blood brother? Okay,
like
I can see that.
Only because I'm thinking about, unfortunately, I know a lot of jailbirds. I have a pass. Listen, I ain't in jail. That's all that matters. I'm free. But there's a lot of, like, when I have family members that go down, even if I don't talk to them like that, they don't even sometimes want us to see them. I got a cousin right now that doesn't want me to visit him because he's like, I don't want you to see me in that light. I feel like I disappointed you. I don't need you coming up here. Like, that's how family usually act when they go to jail. But your partner, your homeboy, your play brother, like mine, that I have a friend, Chop, that's my play brother. He's sitting in jail. If I talk to him on the phone on a jail call, like all them niggas in the background, oh, what's up with her? What's up with her? He'll be like, oh, she's married. But he not gonna go as hard to stop them as like my actual brother was. So I don't think it was her blood brother. I feel like you guys are right about Carrington being a good girl who probably never got in trouble, probably having some friends or knowing of people who are males who be with the shit and getting into this situation. But I also feel like, as a day one Love After Lockup fan, WeTV, why the fuck is this hoe here? Ho, why is you here? This is Love After Lockup. She should have been on Love during lockup.
Was this her exit?
Yeah, absolutely. And you do make a good point, because years and years and years ago, you know, my best friend, her brothers, like, we all family at this point. We've been around so long with each other. I know her whole family. She know my whole family. When her brother was locked up, it wasn't a romantic thing, though, but he was like, oh, you could be this guy, pen pal, whatever have you. So I could see a situation like that where we say we sister and brother, but it may not be. But that does actually make a little bit more sense. Because I'm like, y'all giving me that y'all was just like, okay, we can make some change, girl. You going to go ahead on here with him, and we going to split it down the middle. I'm like, what brother is doing this?
Right. There's no way.
So if this was a storyline, would the two roaches be in on this too? this just would be Carrington, her brother, and Giselle.
I think how it started is that the brother convinced the sister to be the plug to communicate with Carrington. And once the sister saw Carrington, she probably got a little intimidated and, was kind of like, oh no, like but once again, she's taking the strength of her brother's word that this is the girl he want to be with. She feel away, but she's not going to step in between because her loyalty to Zay. So I think that that's how this all kind of started and communicated, because she had to get a plug some kind of way. And since the sister has direct access to him, there's the plug. But the sister makes it hard. The sister makes it hard for them to really communicate because of how she personally feels. That's what it is.
Or she making it hard for them to communicate because she in on it with the brother and she mad she not benefiting in no type of way from it. She probably mad watching. If he really has been sending Carrington up to $7,000, she probably mad that the bitch they supposed to be playing is getting money sent to her.
Yep.
Because that other one with the dreadlocks, I'm sorry, I don't fight no more, y'all. I'm reformed, I'm changed. But that sister with the dreadlocks make me want to fly wherever the fuck they at and square up like I'm 15 again. I swear she do. I just want to pull out a dreadlock. She irk our souls. She just does. But I'm glad they're gone. They should have been on Love during Lockup. I don't know why Love After Lockup does this. I want to see people get out, not in the jail. I thought that's why they had the 3 things. But look how they number the show episodes. Like, they just want to stress us out at this point. You saw that Carrington met up with London.
I saw that
too. Aren't they together now?
I hope not.
I don't know either because there's something creepy about him too. Yeah, there's something creepy about him. I'm not really 100% in support of that. Yeah. I'm not.
If you okay with talking to me and pursuing me while you know that I'm in a relationship with somebody else, then you're gonna do the same thing to me once I'm done with that relationship. I see London or shit.
Yeah, my mind goes somewhere else with that, and y'all not gonna agree with me because I know how this is going to sound. But I always think men who do that secretly wants the man.
Ooh.
I always think that, like, whenever a man is okay with you knowing you have a boyfriend and he's okay with, and he asks certain questions about him and everything, like London did in that scene, I always think that's too close to home. I feel like you want the man. I really do.
I never thought about
that. Sometimes, yes. With London, I don't quite see that. I just think he ain't shit and happy to have a younger girl. I just think he want to fuck her.
Another one in another city.
Yeah.
Or he got a wife.
He's on social media with her.
I can see that too.
I don't know. He's definitely hiding something. I don't get it.
He just won't be on TV.
That too, because he has been on TikTok with her a lot recently.
He's being very extra. When he was on that small clip we saw him on, he was being real extra.
He was.
And he wasn't even funny. Like, she was, and I'm looking at her like, girl, if you don't shut your stupid ass up, this wasn't even funny. I'm sorry. I just get annoyed very easily.
If that dick was just in you giggling at the sky, you giggling at the birds chirping, the southwest plane in the sky, you just giggling.
Exactly. So, tell us who this 67-year-old man is that's funding your lifestyle. And that's what she wants to be a Kelsey. She wants to be a kept woman.
He not funded her lifestyle so well if she was tripping off having to send $300.
Right.
Because if you got an OG, I would have called and been like, hey, Papa, yeah, I'm having a hard time. You got
exactly. That's why I said I don't know which parts of the stories to believe.
Exactly.
Just lying. Joseph Felton thinks Shamerica is probably the older sister, which could be why she was a little more mature than Carly. With an eye. To tell her the truth. I do respect Shamerica for keeping it real with her. I don't.
I don't either.
To me, it's more like, girl, you ain't gonna keep harassing me and coming around. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, that's why I said I could never be like Zamon's mother. I don't got time to be lying. I don't tell lies for myself because I know you can't keep up with them. I'm gonna be very straight up front. My brother used to do this thing with me growing up. He keeps telling me, tell them I'm not here. Tell them I'm not here. I did it one time, maybe 2. By the time we get to the 3rd time, I'm like, he just don't want to talk to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Like, I don't got it to do to sit here and keep freaking telling lies with people. So I feel more like she was like, look, girl, you ain't gonna keep bothering me and harassing me. This is what the hell it is. Leave me the hell alone.
Right, that's exactly what it is. Versus her saying, "Girl, you is way too pretty to me
Right.
sitting up here with my brother and all this foolishness. He is playing you. You need an extra stage left, and I'm telling
Mhm.
you against my own brother the
Mhm.
truth." So I would respect her if she said that. She was
Yeah.
just telling her that just to make her look stupid in that scene, and that's exactly what ended up happening. So I don't respect her for that because to me
Mhm.
the respect would have been, girl, what is you wasting your time for? You can go out there and get you anybody.
Right.
Why is you sitting up here
Exactly.
wasting your time with my brother? I would have
Hmm.
respected her if she said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Talking
she
about, I'm
told
gonna take a
her,
shot. Do you want a shot, girl? Bye.
While you talking about your
right.
brother's struggles with addiction, you
Yeah.
want a shot with all them empty bottles of the cheap shit
Oh yeah.
lining up in the house. The house was a mess. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little old school. Cameras cannot come in my house if it looked like Shamerica's house.
She
But
told her, she said, well, I gotta go to work, girl. So
Right.
after
Get the
taking a
hell up out of my
shot,
house. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
I was like, that's kind of rude, but I expect that from the Roach.
listen, she was just saying weeks ago she wanted him with McKenna, who apparently is they all full of shit. All of
Yeah.
them. Carrington's
That
brother don't
part.
like her because my brother know better. Listen, I'm telling you. I feel like it could also be jealousy. Like I'm starting to learn the older I get, people move weird if they're like jealous. It's not always just in your face and easy to track. And I just feel like because Carrington is a pretty lady, they all jealous of her. But I want her to go to therapy. I
Yeah,
hope she
absolutely.
heals. Don't let London around that baby and tell 67-year-old Poppy he needs to write you some bigger checks. That's all I got.
Period.
The last people we gonna discuss, and I know this whole panel about to be irritated, is Rich and Felicia, aka Ludacris. They say, aka Nick Cannon's doppelganger that ain't got the fucking diseases he got, aka I think that this man has issues. I'm not gonna be the nicest to Rich. He pissed me the fuck off because of how aggressive he was. So I've been annoyed with Rich because he's been on the prowl for some pussy. He
Yeah.
been sniffing. He's been hunting like a mama cheetah's hunting for her child to eat. Like it's weird. It's creepy. To all men out there, if you're interested in dating women, a woman that's secure in herself is going to be turned off if you're this fucking thirsty to fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Hide it. Be discretional. Try and like woo her. Do something. He keep like hinting that he ready to get intimate, tired of waiting, but he's not doing anything to help her feel comfortable. Foreplay goes beyond the bedroom, gentlemen. I'm just saying. Hold her hand. Tell her she looks pretty. Open doors. He just be walking like he's the coolest guy out there, and then has all these expectations, which kind of irritates me. They do go to the French Quarter. Felicia's uncomfortable. She says, I think she can sense one that he wants to sleep with her. She's not trusting him because she says she don't know if he was really married. She doesn't know if he's divorced. She doesn't know what's going on. She feel like he keep his stuff from her, and he's been active funny. So she's struggling to adjust. She also mentioned being in jail around women for so many years. She went in at 17. She's coming out at 27. So I can understand how she's a little uncomfortable around men. Personally, just from like my personal opinion as well as professional opinion, I feel like something may have happened to her in jail. Anybody who's been to jail, I remember when I went to jail out here years and years ago, the guards are weird. There was a guard that would like come and watch me or like touch me when I was sleeping, stuff like that. They were fucking weird. The only reason I was able to get moved to a unit where he was not at is because I was 17 at the time. And so therefore, if I complained about something, the state was like, nope, she's a minor and moved me. But they be doing weird shit. The prison here in Dublin, the women's prison that Lori Loughlin and all the celebrities went for that college scandal, it closed. Why? Because there are so many fucking lawsuits out here in the Bay Area for women claiming to be sexually assaulted and things like that. I feel like something may have happened with Felicia or did happen to her while she was in prison for her to be this uncomfortable. But I don't like that he's not respecting or cognizant of the fact that she's like adjusting to being back in the real world. She's seeing technology that wasn't here before. Like a lot has changed in 10 years for her, and he doesn't care at all. So she brings her cousin with her to Bourbon Street. Her cousin, that was me as a friend. She's like, I just need you. I'm uncomfortable. She said, say less. And went right with her, dressed the way that she was dressed. So I appreciate her cousin for really being a ride or die for her. They go to Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is there's nothing to do. Like, I know people like to go to New Orleans for that. There's nothing to do there but drink. Like, if we're being entirely honest, it's, in my opinion, after just coming back from NOLA, it wasn't like it used to be. You know,
Frenchman Street.
you said what?
Go on Frenchman Street. That's where everybody be at.
Yes, yes, she is correct. Listen to a local, y'all. Listen to a local. But Bourbon Street, there's nothing to do really but drink. That, like, you see like little stuff, but it's really just people drinking. Some of them thinking Mardi Gras is happening year round, throwing beads. Like, there's not much. So they're walking around and they're drinking alcohol for hours and hours. And she talks to Rich about the divorce. She lets him know after going and getting a little reading from the people you can pay to get a reading. They're like, oh, you need to move forward with something stopping you. She feels like what's stopping her is needing to get clarity on the situation with Rich and his divorce. She's young, but I'm happy she's listening to her discernment. I just want her to really listen to her gut more, because you could tell Felicia knew this was not the person for her, especially when she says that I knew this person might not be for me because wouldn't I trust them? I wouldn't question it. And that is true. I never understand why people stay in relationships where it's like, if you have to question it and it doesn't feel right, separate from everything else, it probably ain't right. But she's trying to give him a shot, tries to talk to him, but it did not work out well. They ended up getting into it. She walks away when she gets upset, which I think is a good thing to do, especially fresh out of jail. When she tried to walk away this time, he tried to grab her to keep her from walking away. Her cousin got in between. Shout out to the cousin, because that's me. Debo that nigga the fuck away. If somebody walks away from you, let them walk. You do not have the right, male or female, to put your hands on them to get them to stay. You just don't. Keep your hands to yourself. It's easier that way. So he got a little aggressive. But they ended up going back to the room. They woke up in the bed together. I guess the cousin slept in between Felicia and Rich as a cock block. If you have to have a person there to cock block, get away from them. If you feel you have to have a person there to cock block, get the fuck away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how it goes dating in today's time. I ain't been with nobody different since 16, but a lot of relationships ended because men did not like the fact that I did not want to have sex with them when younger. If people get upset, or if you have to do more to stop someone from doing you, maybe they're not the safest person for you to be around. He's creepy as fuck. But he acted like everything's good in the bed, trying to act cool. I didn't know. I don't know who I had sex with. I know I didn't have sex with Felicia, but I don't know if I did something with Haley. It's like, bro, Felicia barely likes you. Don't even try to make it a thing. But nothing really happened with it. But I just feel like Rich has abusive tendencies. I've been thinking this anyway because of how he talks. The fact that he was predatory and how he looked for a woman. He intentionally wanted a woman that was younger than him. He intentionally wanted a woman that was not in jail. And he cited the reason as he know where to find her. And she's not going to be influenced by the outside world, which tells me you want a bitch you can control. Women are not pets. Okay. That's why the Bible and everybody says in marriage, the woman can be your helpmate, not your pet, not someone you control, but someone to help you through life. And Rich I don't think he respects women worth a damn.
No.
I just don't. I'm glad. I know in real time they're not together, but watching the show, I was like, girl, you's right there. Just listen to your gut and go. Go home to your auntie and her 4 dreadlocks at the top of her head, enroll in school and live your life and do well.
Absolutely.
Gross. But how'd y'all feel about what happened with them this episode? Not the fake Wiz Khalifa.
I feel like this. I feel like I want the ex-wife to do an interview with somebody because I need to know the backstory on and how old she is and what was the married life like and all this and stuff. I need to know that first off because that may be very telling on why he is the way that he is and why he seeks out people the way he does. I'm glad that Felicia is not jumping headfirst into this as opposed to the women who are getting the jailbirds on this show, just completely just lost themselves and lost in translation. I'm glad that she's questioning things, listening to her discernment and understanding that when things don't fit in the puzzle that you need to question the piece. I'm glad that she is doing that. So a part of me is happy in seeing, her do this. But another part of me wishes that she would stand in it a little bit better and tell him, hey, I ain't for this. I'm not with you because you moving funny. And
Yeah.
she keeps shying away from it. I want her to confront it. And I don't know if this is out of fear, or I don't know if she's second guessing herself, but I want her to confront this head on versus just allowing it just to fester before he just blows up, because then it might turn into another type of situation versus you having all the support of your family there while this is progressing to have your back and support you like your cousin did when he grabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel.
My bad. Go ahead.
I do think that Rich acts like he's the prize. And I do want to say shout out to Folock and Denise, because they really, really, really do have her back. I just don't like Rich for her. I said it before. I think he's controlling, and I think he just wants to control her. And I also think he see her as a 17-year-old. Like, I don't know. And I don't like that he's so fixated on wanting to sleep with her. It's almost like in his mind, he wants to break her virginity. I hope that makes sense. But in his mind, it's like he just want to break her virginity or something. I don't know. He's weird to me. I think he's separated. I don't think he's divorced. I think he's possibly separated. And I did not like when because he grabbed it, the way he grabs her, he looked like he grabbed her real hard. And I am glad when you look at Felicia, the one thing I would say versus some of the ladies that have come out of jail, she shows more awareness. And I would like to think that she's learned all of that awareness while she was locked up. Like, just because you were in jail don't mean you ain't learned nothing. You know enough to know that this man ain't it.
She had to learn discernment when you're sitting around criminals older than you, people in jail. I always say they are the smartest people who just did not know what to do with their overstimulated brain. So they are master manipulators in there. I'm sure she had to attain some really good discernment. Yes. Probably better than some of us out here in the real world that think we have it and don't.
Yeah. And I'm also glad she doesn't live with her parents versus living, because I think they would have just allowed her to run amok. But baby, Mama Folock and that daughter, they don't play. They don't play. Because she was definitely like, last week, what happens after 6 months? You're not taking her away. And at first I was thinking, well, you guys are trying to like keep her around. But then I was like, no, I see y'all really trying to protect her. And I'm not mad at them for it, because this nigga is a creep. Okay, he is a creep. He Jonah C. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn near in training.
Baby Jonah
before the money. Before the money. Lord.
Before the money. My God.
No, he is creepy. I think Rose City's comment. Hi, Rose. I hope you're having a good day. Rose City's comment says, why is he trying to be with somebody who has been in prison since 17? That's weird. Exactly.
Very, very weird.
It's creepy. Tamika, how did you feel about Rich and I keep wanting to say Alicia. Her name is Felicia. I don't even know nobody named Alicia. I don't know what that's about.
My sister's name, the rest in peace, was Alicia. We used to call her Lisa. Oh God. I feel, pretty much like all the things that you guys have already mentioned. When Rich first came on the scene and they first showed him and you hear him talking, I was like, I'm gonna get a good key because Felicia gonna get out of jail and she gonna run circles around you. Like, none of this is gonna work the way you think it is. I haven't been really keying though now that we here, because I'm just like, this is a hot mess. Y'all just was never meant to be. And it's crazy to me that he was like, oh, you're acting like a high schooler. And I'm saying, you have absolutely no self-awareness, because yeah, she is acting like that because she went in at 17 and she's, pretty much been in there for the last 10 years or whatever. Like, what do you expect? She's stuck there. And Rich is stuck somewhere too. I don't know where it's at, but he's definitely stuck in his own timeline. And I would like to see, like, and hear what the wife has to say, because I think he had two previous wives, and it always stuck with me, him saying like, oh, when I turned 30 or when I was approaching 30, I said, oh, you got to hurry up. You need to be married. You need to be kids. There's certain things you're supposed to be doing at this age. Like, in his mind frame, that's what he was supposed to be doing. And I'm like, no, that's not really how it works. Like, you can't just do it because you feel like I'm getting to a certain age and it needs to be done. You got to find that person to do it with, you know what I mean? And that you align with and everything else. So that let me know a whole bunch of things about him right there with him saying that. It felt more like he just felt like he's supposed to be in these places. And I guess when he went and did it with the wife, I don't know if we still married, we separated, we divorced. I have no clue, but I don't really feel like we divorced. But either way, I guess you didn't get whatever you thought you was going to get with her. And now, you done sat over here watching these red pill people. I don't know, child. And you got it in your mind, like, let me go get this person that's not going to be on social media. She ain't going to be running nowhere. She going to settle down. She going to do what I want to do. And I'm like, that's not how any of this works. Like, I don't know who he got schooling him, who he's taking advice from, but nonetheless, we here and he's learning in real time. That's not how this goes. And I really did like how the cousin was and how she stepped in and how she was there for her. I agree. I feel like something might have happened while she was in prison as well. But I, to a certain degree, feel like they didn't do enough either for me. I guess because I just don't have patience. Like, we wouldn't have woke up in that hotel room with him at all.
Okay.
We wouldn't have been there still. Like, I remember Auntie was like, come home early, don't be out too late. We would have been back at the damn house. All of that part would have been X'd out. What are we still here for? So, then for her to be talking about, like, she waiting to get money from him. I seen something like that with the police. I'm like, girl, he don't have no money. Nothing about Rich gives that he has money, and he ain't trying to spend no money that's not going to get your legs.
Excited. If you're excited about spending $531 on a hotel, you ain't got no money.
Yeah, he don't have no money. You can look at him, and as auntie and cousin, I would have been like, girl, he ain't got a damn dime. Okay, let's keep it moving. There's nothing to see here, nothing here for you. I do think it's good that she's with them and not the parents. I know we talked about that the last time I was up here too. So yeah, I'm pretty much in the same space as y'all. I feel like he need to go work on his damn self and leave her the hell alone. Take your ass home, Rich, okay? And she need to be over here with her aunt and them and getting herself together. And that's it. That's all. Like, absolutely not.
Does anybody think that he's married? Because I actually don't think he was ever married. I feel like he just has a situation.
I don't know if it was ever like a legal marriage. I don't know what to call it. Because he said something about he had got married the first time and that didn't last long at all. I think he said a no. I had to go back and watch it because I know he mentioned something. And then he was like,
he got for like 3 years, and the overlap of talking to Felicia was in there. So it really
and then your friend had no clue. And then he gets mad about that, like, oh, I wasn't telling everybody. He didn't even know I was married. I wasn't making announcements. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't get it. What's going on now? Somebody you would say, like, oh, I'm married and now I'm having troubles. We getting a divorce. Like, give me a break, Rich. Yeah.
Right.
I actually eloped when I got married. I was planning a wedding. My parents at the time were not getting along. Now they're okay, but at the time they wasn't getting along. I didn't feel like dealing with them black folk. So I told my husband, I was like, you know what? Fuck the wedding, because I've never been a girl that wanted a wedding. And he was like, I still want to marry you. We're going to do this. So we went and eloped on a random Wednesday, called out of work, and just went and did it. Didn't say nothing to nobody. And then, like, a couple weeks after, I posted on Facebook, and then James called and cussed me out, and a couple other people called.
Like, I know a couple people that have done that. They either went away or they just went to the poorhouse, and afterwards they was like, I'm married. Now, I had one girlfriend that I was like, why the hell did you do that, bitch? Okay, is something wrong with you? You bump your head. But for the most part, I'm like, oh, okay, congratulations. But you mentioned something, even if you don't have, you know.
Say something.
Right.
You like something.
I think it was short-lived. Here's the thing. This is why I think it was short-lived, because I do believe he was married, because he does give impressionable to some, you know, ditzy ass lady in Texas. So yes, I can definitely see him getting married. The problem is, I don't think it was as long as he said it was, or if in the actual marriage, not the separation, because I don't believe he's divorced either. I think that woman got a mind of her own and got some sense in her and got the fuck on and said, I will send you the papers later on.
Right.
When
Yeah,
I'm
I
ready
can
to
see
send them
that.
papers. I could see it like that because I don't think, because honestly, he said it's on public record. So once he said public record, okay, so that means that there is some paperwork, because that would be a foolish thing to say.
Right.
My marriage is on public record, and she go and try to find it, and she can't find it.
Exactly.
Then he would have to cover up that lie. So I do believe he's married. I don't think he's divorced. I think that lady got the fuck on, and we'll deal with that when she has time.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Because I'm like, it's the delusion for me that he was like, oh, if we arguing like this and we can't even make it past the first date together, how will we make 50 years? I'm like, boy, where do you see you and Felicia lasting 50 years?
Right.
I don't even see y'all lasting 50 minutes.
And that was another comment that made me feel like he was still legally married, because he doesn't like to be embarrassed and he doesn't like to be the one that got the short end of the stick. So if I'm thinking logically in his mindset, he's not going to tell his friends he's married, because then they're going to want to see the wife at some point, and he can't produce that.
Yeah.
So that's why I said
it. I don't understand it. There's some people who do stuff like that. I know with James in his first marriage, he didn't really tell nobody at all. I feel like I was one of the few people who was probably aware of it, but
I mean, I had to tell somebody based on who that person was, because but the thing about it is she cheated on me the first 3 months of my marriage. So of course I'm not going to go public with it, because now I got scared.
But you still told, like Rich was talking about, oh, that's my brother. I've known James since I was 14 years old. Yeah. So it's like, we're very close. It makes sense to tell a person you've known for so long or trusted that you consider close something. I ain't tell nobody do. So it is one of those things where, like with Rich with his friend, like that was the part for me that make me question it. Like your friend who you claim is your brother that you have around these random people in her family and all of that, he's good enough to come along with that, but he's not good enough to know that you had a wife.
That's crazy.
That's who he goes to for advice. When we met Rich on Love during Lockup, he was like, give me the good advice. He never steers me wrong.
Exactly.
Like, but you didn't tell him. Like, I don't get that. But
that's what I said. I feel like that lady got the fuck on very early. I really do. I feel like that lady got the fuck on really early and really was like
good for her, because she probably watching him. If I saw my ex on TV like this, I'd be like, dodge the bullet.
Right. Shout out
now,
to her.
what did he go to jail for?
Oh,
I know he went to jail.
Good questions.
I need to find out.
Yeah, because that it may be.
I know he went, but I'm not too sure what for.
Okay, because I was like, everybody was asking what like
maybe
what's
that's
going
why
on
the
with him.
Is not like connected, or maybe that's why if he's not divorced, maybe that's why. Because if she got the fuck on and he act violent, what if this lady went and he went to jail? What if he went to jail related to the ex or something? It could be anything.
That could be true.
If you are violent, I don't know how it is in other states, but I know in California, if you are in a marriage, divorced or not, if you report any form of domestic violence and stuff to the police, that person can't get their retirement here. That person has to go to jail, and that person cannot just like, they can't as easily file for divorce. So I don't know. Maybe it's something like that. Who the fuck knows? But Rich grosses us all out. Felicia is lucky those cameras and her family are always around her. Rich might be like Ike Turner behind closed doors. Oh, definitely. I have gotten into arguments with my husband while drunk, more so Vegas than New Orleans. We were too happy in New Orleans, but more so Vegas. And he will look at me like, you fucking tripping, Avita, and walk away before he grabs or tugs or even tries to touch me. He'll just walk away and be like, she on one right now. Let her be. And now looking back, I'm like, you know what? That's the right thing to do. So a man that's quick to put his hands on you versus just walking away from your crazy ass. No, if Felicia wasn't even doing anything that crazy to him.
All she did was question the marriage. Yeah. That's all she did. She asked the question that you should be able to answer.
Yep. And a hit dog will holler.
Yes, like you should be able to answer versus you getting offended within 2 sentences of her saying it. Like, it's just like, come on, like, why are you so offended by this question?
And I feel like that, Felicia, is the beginning. That's how when you look at this, that's how your relationship is going to be with Rich.
Yep.
So I'm glad that they're, again, I'm going to say this 10 times over. I'm glad that they're in real time, not together, but I can appreciate Mama Folock and her daughter. I promise.
Not her calling this lady Mama Folock. American Boy said Rich might have someone tied up in his house. He never let us in. Usually they be in the house. He liked to show it, so we know he have it, but we don't know what's in there.
We sure
He want to be better.
We need to see Rich's parents or close relatives on this show. I want to know if they knew he was married and divorced. Rich isn't saying anything. He's very quiet, like very careful to not show us much and to only tell us in his mind.
It doesn't seem like a lot of stuff has came out about him. Now, from what I'm seeing, it says that he was arrested back in 2012 for prostitution.
Wait. Tamika, please.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either.
But okay. I mean,
wait, so
to
was
each his own.
the trick buying the hoe, or was Rich giving a little leg and then taking it right?
I'm not gonna judge because, as y'all know, I am not mad at hoes right now. So
make your money, don't
make your money. Exactly. I'm not mad at y'all right now. I'm really not. So
do male hoes walk the streets? Like, are they sharing corners?
No, see, okay, so in my experience, because I was in criminal justice at that time, in my experiences, it was women women cops perpetrating as hoes and catching men. So I think that's probably what it was.
So he was buying pussy.
Yeah.
Vagina. I can't say.
My God.
Progress.
That's what it seemed like to me, and they still consider that prostitution.
Okay,
yeah, that's what it sounds like, and it's it just said that he was arrested predating Love After Lockup, but in 2025 he also had like a marijuana and firearms charge,
and he's in real estate.
Yeah, because you're fingerprinted every year. I mean, not every year, but like you're fingerprinted. Yeah,
your license, right?
Yeah, they do a full extensive background check. It costs $400. So yeah, I'm wondering to know. Well, here's the thing: is he an agent or an investor? Because an investor, you can't have a criminal record. They don't look at that. I don't remember.
This man is an investor. The way he leaned over.
Yeah, he definitely
not.
He's not an agent because as an agent, you can't be. Yeah, there's no firm that will take you. You can apply for a license, absolutely, but but to have a firm back you, a lot of them will do it.
He can't explain his money too well either.
I think he's an investor, because if he's an investor, that makes sense to me, because I worked with plenty of people that were in the system as real estate investors. So yeah,
Well, what about one of those people that like buy homes and just kind of flip them? Like,
that's an investor.
Okay,
that's an investor.
I wonder because he always give me, I want to be more than what I say I am.
Well, because you can get a mortgage as a criminal, so naturally it's something that he can do, flip it, make the money. Yeah,
my dad was in prison, honestly, most of his life. He's gotten it together now, but one of the things he does, because he's got strikes and all of that, and as a felon, he can't go into real estate. So him and his wife, they just get regular mortgages, flip it and sell it. And then recently, because it's expensive here in the Bay, he's been getting houses, kind of like the Hey Arnold house, where people just renting rooms.
Boarding houses,
like he does stuff like that. But you can do that. I don't know. It's funny that Joseph called him a gigolo, though, because he does kind of look like a low budget Nick Cannon to me. And I'm thinking of that song, I'm a gigolo. I'm just thinking of it. Nick Cannon, don't ever make no more fucking music. That's all. Rich probably got caught by undercunder.
Yeah, they were doing that back then, especially. They were doing that a lot. They don't do it so much now because of social media, but back then, they were doing that a lot. Female cops would dress up as prostitutes and get. They do it. They're still doing it, but it's not like they did it back then. It was very easy to catch them.
See, don't come to California, y'all, if you go buy a hoe. I didn't know this. California and Vegas are like, I guess, big, and New York are like huge human trafficking hubs. New
Yep.
York makes sense, but I did not realize Oakland was like one of the biggest ones for like child trafficking. So East 14th, aka International Boulevard, um,
It's because of the group home situation and the yeah.
all
Hmm.
all the hoes, and a lot of people think like you that it was because of the group homes, but a lot of the girls, because sometimes I go outreach and talk to them and working with youth now, it's sad. A lot of them are not even from here, or they be too lit to not know how to get back home or where they at. Like
Wow.
it's crazy, but they still doing little
And I
operations.
can see Nevada being one, Vegas and all
Oh
them
yeah.
because it's legal there. So
Mhm.
prostitution is legal. So overall,
They say,
yeah.
Lord. But Rich is whatever the hell, everything that people inference about Rich that could be true is a concern. We TV, don't bring this man back. He reminds me of Deontay. Tamika, do you remember Deontay, who was with that white girl, Nicole, a couple seasons back?
Of course.
Yeah, who is now, he married a stripper who was only
Hmm.
17,
Yeah.
had
Oh
a
And now
wow.
baby
they
with
going
her.
through it.
She left him for the owner of the strip club and now
Hmm.
is suing him for custody with the strip club owner's money.
Right.
What the shit is this? But Rich kind of reminds me of Deontay. I don't know why, but just the desperation for a woman. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But did y'all want to add anything before we end this fabulous live? I appreciate all of y'all, by the way, because the way I laughed, I had to take off my glasses.
I'm not looking forward to Kaylee next episode. I'm just
That's
letting
your
y'all know that
favorite. That's
we're.
James's girl,
I'm gonna let
y'all.
y'all know
I
that right
cannot stand
now.
that woman. She could get out of here too. I never want to see her
Yeah, I'm not
again.
looking forward to that. So I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all better prepare yourself for next week because I am going in.
Did you see
And
online?
what's up with this? The new couple that they adding in next week. It must be wasn't much with them because I'm like, why
They
would
had to
they wait
replace.
so late?
They came out with a
Oh, the
statement. They had to replace
Carrington, right?
Carrington. They had to replace
Yeah.
Carrington. That's why
Mm.
they always have backup couples. From what
Yeah.
I researched, I was like, because
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird too. I was like, wait, what the hell? But
Yeah.
then Carrington left the show, and it was the
Right.
same thing. They do this. TLC does this too.
Yeah.
I found out when I was doing the reviews for
Before
90 Day
the
Fiance before the 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
The one of the ladies she showed up later in the season, and that's because she
Mm-hmm.
was a replacement. So yeah,
Right. We
Well,
got
I
one
heard
Oh,
in
the
we got
films
one
do
in
that.
huh?
chamber just in case, and they sound like a hot mess because I think she was working at the place that he was being reformed at, or that he was a prisoner at, and they got married, and she lost her damn
She was
job.
oh wow.
no, she was not one of those guards, was she?
Probably. We've seen that on Love and Hip Hop before,
Yeah.
or not Love and Hip Hop, Love After Lockup before. Like there's
Right.
Oh
always
Lord
every couple
Jesus!
seasons there's somebody who risks their job for
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
for a
I
That
man.
will
is
say this.
insane.
I used to take up for Kaylee, but after watching last week's episode, I don't like her. Like her or her mom. Like I
Mm-mm.
really had to really look.
Haley is selling financial classes if you want to
She
get
Oh no,
sure
she
is.
not. I know
Yes,
you
she
damn
is.
lying.
Yeah,
Oh
she
and
is.
hell
and
no.
Yes.
she
I
took
know you
the
lying.
photo. No, she is. I saw it
Yeah,
online. I believe AB sent it a
I
couple of
believe
people
she
sent
works
it to
for.
me.
If I'm not mistaken, she worked for Primerica or one of them. That
But what's funny, the
yeah.
funniest part in the picture, she edited it to where she have one neck and one chin
Oh
instead
shit,
of
not
her
the
double.
edit.
She
Yeah,
edited.
she
Everybody was like, "Who was
Yeah, she is one. That's one of the biggest things you can get into in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You just pay for your courses to get certified, and then you start making house calls to people, and then they make because my friend Julio did it for many years. He just stopped
Mm-hmm.
doing it and went into doing another business, but he said he was making somewhere around 100,000 a year, like just off of
Wow.
that, and they don't even work full time.
Oh wow.
Baby, I would never, ever, ever go to her for any damn advice
No,
about
not at all. It would always be people like her that get into that shit. That's why I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what
Wow.
the hell?
Letitia Collier from a couple seasons ago? Letitia selling tax.
And you
She was
see,
a
she
tax
getting more
lady.
arrest than the damn guy she was waiting on. Lord have mercy.
My
Now they
God.
both arrested and fighting the court case. I'm like, oh my God.
I feel
Letitia and
bad for her kids, Lord.
Tamika, they ran me off of the internet. I used to cover Love After Lockup alone. Like it was one of the things
Mm-hmm.
that helped build my channel. And I stopped covering it because I said, I can't talk about this shit no more. They stressed me out. They just kept going to
Yeah.
jail, the foster care. And then she kept saying she's
Really?
the boss bitch. Then what she went to jail for was related to her tax business. She took someone's social security,
Exactly.
and the house that she was filming in Love After Lockup on was the house that she had in one of her clients' names fraudulently. Then the bitch
And
got
she did food stamp fraud, child, all different kind of
Yep.
frauds. Get her ass out of here.
didn't pay the rent. Somebody else got evicted and was like, I have an eviction on my credit. Can you imagine going to live in Texas somewhere for just to get your return, and now somebody got a whole fucking house in your neck? We TV and TLC don't care though. They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh my God.
Keyword is like, what?
Y'all
Lord.
know this new to me.
James and Keyword are new to Love After Lockup. I love seeing people.
I really am, but it's like, as soon as I saw somebody from Phoenix, I said, "Oh, this is of course." I said, "Of course, of course."
Every season, there's someone. We had another Kaylee, but she had a little more sense. She was in a throuple with another handsome white man from Phoenix, but she ended up leaving him because he lied, and it was a whole thing. Not how on earth the comments are baffled. She will be stealing other people's socials and ruining their credit. And then she'll look at you and be like, well, I have bills to pay.
Exactly. Hell no, baby.
I wonder if Goddess and Moo and Gigi are trying to go to I Love, whatever, the Polly show.
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if we see them over there.
Can we replace?
They both love TV enough.
With them?
Who? No, we can replace him though. They can stay. Tamina and BQ can go.
They not even that's some bullshit. Them two is some bullshit. That's some whole like cheating situation, and you just trying to parlay it into a poly. That ain't no poly situation. Poly is, oh boy, I can't think of their names with the 4 women and shit. That's what
Yahweh's.
Yes.
Yahweh. Justice for them. It's a right. Y'all, I will get my This Is Polly review out. I don't know. I'm gonna get it out at some point today. I don't know how I'm gonna figure out my schedule this weekend, but I'm gonna get This Is Polly out this weekend. I'm gonna also get my Raising Kanan review out, as well as the Shy. Until my review is out, go to Tamika's Den. Go to her channel. Watch her review, because she gets it done on time every week, and I strive to be like that one day.
Don't tell that lie. I mean, I do the panels like clockwork, but when it comes to doing my own review, I don't know. I'm tired this week too, because I was getting busy this week. Today's actually supposed to be my rest day, but I may talk about Love After Lockup real quick. I don't know, but yeah, it's some stuff up there that y'all can definitely check out.
She's like, listen, that's me. I will be on time for a panel with other people, but like if it's my own review, I don't.
Yeah,
they be late. But check out Tamika's Den, you guys. The link is in the description of this video. She does a lot of good reviews. I heavily enjoy her scripted reviews. She's part of why we're obsessed with From in my household. Also check out Q1J TV. She has a bunch of reviews she will be getting out. And James from Watch About the Reviews usually goes live on the weekend. I believe he'll be doing videos tomorrow. But
yes,
let the people know what you have before we get out of here.
So tomorrow for me, you guys, Bell Collective and Heart Hustle Houston, especially because cast member Ro has been in my comment section, so I got to shout her out. She told me to use the current picture of Heart and Hustle Houston, so I got to search for that because she didn't send it to me. But yeah, she's been in my DMs to give me the update and everything, so we'll see how that goes. Shout out to Ro, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Me. Just click your notification bell button, and you'll probably you'll probably see about 10 videos between today and tomorrow. 10 to 12 videos. Click the button.
Girl, you're doing the Lord's work. Lord help us.
I gotta work.
She gotta work. But that was it, you guys, for this review. Shout out to everybody on the panel, Tamika, James, and Erica. I appreciate y'all because I'm shy, so y'all help make it easier. We will be back again. I'll do Love After Lockup again next week. It's gonna get real ratchet. I love all of y'all. Shout out to the replay. Please subscribe to all of these fabulous, beautiful, black, chocolatey people and their channels. But other than that, we hope y'all enjoy your Saturday, and we'll see you next time. Au revoir.